There was, in my opinion, around a week ago, an impressive update that happened to vWorld AI, which is a very integral piece, I would say, as of right now when it comes to VeChain, because now they're really focused on AI. So I think it's pretty impressive. Let me explain what that is in today's video, even though I am not telling anyone to do anything. It's just my review, perspective, and nothing I say is financial advice. So vWorld AI, not that long ago, announced how they have made it so where AI agent pages now display the verified on-chain owner. What does this even mean? Because it sounds a little bit complicated at first glance. In order to understand this, I need to tell a little bit of a background story when it comes to VeChain. So VeChain is focused on AI, and we take a look at vWorld AI, how that's powered by Agent Suite. But what VeChain is trying to do is that it wants to make its kind of AI focus less generic, in a sense where if we take a look at a lot of other places out there, we ask the AI, and it's just kind of like very general information. It's not very specialized. But what VeChain is trying to do is that it's trying to have it in a way where they have these AI agents which are more specialized. Because now, let's say individuals who are contractors, technicians, mechanics, they can put their sort of knowledge, so to speak, put it inside an AI agent, and then that way, if someone wants to, learn that specific skill, they can hire these specific AI agents, so to speak, right? So that's what VeChain is trying to do, basically, if I want to put it in simple terms. But there has been a big issue that some people have talked about, which is, okay, we hire, let's say, a certain AI agent, but who made it? Sometimes we don't really know. But now, again, the recent update when it comes to vWorld AI basically makes it so that we now know who is behind that specific AI agent, right? So let's say there is this specific AI agent that is focused on construction, or let's say being a mechanic. Now we can see actually who made it. So it makes for a better, I guess, environment for transparency. So I think it's a positive step in the right direction. Now, people like to say, well, if it's so cool and so interesting, why did not that many people talk about it? Well, it's because VeChain's not doing that good in terms of the price charts, at least in terms of VET, its primary native token. So, of course, it's only natural to see how people didn't really care about this, but I think it's really kind of preparing VeChain moving forward, because VeChain is a project that is originally focused on supply chain management. Now it's really focused on AI. So in order to really establish itself as a prominent player within that space, it needs to first enhance the features and actually make it appealing so that people actually might even take a look at it for whatever reason, right? So that's why, updates like this, I think it does matter. Now, keep in mind though, this video isn't necessarily only about the price, because even though I'll talk about it a little bit later, this is more so about the, I guess, longer term fans when it comes to VeChain that more so care about the updates and what's going on. And again, that's what I've noticed happen recently when it comes to VeChain. Again, these updates, it doesn't mean it's going to have good demand. It doesn't mean that it's going to be popular. It doesn't mean that it's going to affect the price. I don't think so, especially at a moment like right now. But again, what this does is that it slowly improves VeChain, I think overall, inherently, indirectly, right? Because if vWorld AI were to improve, I think it indirectly, or should I say directly, affects VeChain in a positive way. So these improvements do matter over the long haul. It's like, for instance, right? Let's say we walk inside a building or a hotel. Maybe not every single person is going to notice the small details, but sometimes we notice, right? Like the quality of the carpet or the quality of the lighting, maybe the speed of the elevator. We sometimes, don't really think about it too much, but when we do and when we are affected by it, it starts to resonate. We start to feel it. It's like, wow, the elevator was so fast, or wow, the carpet feels so awesome. These are the small details that maybe not every single person may care about, but it eventually adds up. And, in a hotel, that does matter in my opinion, and I think it's no different here when it comes to in the case of VeChain. It's no different. Because again, it's very difficult for a project like VeChain to really establish itself as this major player when it comes to AI, because first of all, it's very overly saturated. There's a lot of competitors, and VeChain originally isn't even really known for AI anyways, right? But we've seen this be done before, like in a sense where we've seen a project that wasn't really known for AI initially, but then really shifted its focus in regard to that. We've already seen that happen before. We saw it happen when it comes to the Near protocol. That originally I didn't hear anything about AI when I first believed in Near, but then now It's really focused, in regard to that. And a lot of people now view it as a premier project within that space. So it's been done before. We've seen it, be done before, right? In a sense where a project that wasn't really known for AI shifted its focus when it comes to that and became very well known when it comes to that specific niche. We've already seen that. So there is the blueprint there. Could VeChain actually successfully do it? It's still up in the air. We don't know. But at least they're trying. That's my point of view. We don't know if they'll succeed, but they're trying nonetheless. But yeah, besides that point though, when it comes to VET, yeah, I mean, the market cap, it's still kind of pretty much roughly the same as when I made my last video when it comes to VeChain. Market cap is still at around 390 million, sometimes goes to around 400 million. Yeah, just still kind of hovering around those ranges. But am I really going to complain though? I mean, it really depends, right, on a case-by-case basis. I can't speak on anyone's behalf, but personally for me, like if I'm taking a look at this market cap is literally 2020 levels, like levels that was once seen over 6 years ago. I'm not joking. Just take a look at the market cap when it comes to VET back in June of 2020 was pretty much what we have as of right now. Again, we're in August of 2026. We saw this market cap over 6 years ago, but we're seeing that again right now. Am I going to complain? Well, not necessarily, because I don't even need an altcoin season anymore when it comes to VET. The reason why I say that is because if VET were to go to a market cap in which we have seen before in December of 2024, which was around a 5.3 billion market cap, and this is a far cry, by the way. That's nowhere even close to its all-time high market cap of around almost 14 billion. So again, around a 5.3 billion market cap is not really that significant in the grand scheme of things. But again, the journey back to there when it comes to VET to, again, December of 2024, that's around 13 times. Again, that's nowhere close to its all-time high market cap of around 14 billion. We're talking about it's around 13 times away from December of 2024, in which the market cap was around 5.3 billion. Really nothing that impressive compared to its all-time high, but yet because we're so low when compared to that, it's at the point that even going back to December of 2024, I have nothing to complain about if it could maybe even do that. But we'll wait and see. But I'm just saying, I don't even need an altcoin season anymore just because VET has gone so low, to the point that it's even at 2020 levels in 2026. But yeah, I'm just still dollar cost averaging once every approximately 30 days, even though I'm not telling anyone to do anything. That's just, my journey. That's just kind of what I'm doing. I'm just documenting my journey overall. Again, I cannot speak on anyone's behalf. It's just my personal perspective. But again, recently seeing that update in regard to VeWorld AI, I thought it was pretty impressive in terms of creating that transparency, right? Because again, when it comes to these AI agents, now we can actually see who is the literal owner of that, right? So yeah, I thought that was pretty impressive in terms of, an incremental update that could overall improve the experience when it comes to that. But yeah, nonetheless, I'll be sure to make more updates moving forward. I want to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a very fantastic day. It's been Lee the Captain.